Mer, tell the story about how the station manager had an all hands meeting to make a major announcement down in either Slower Lower or something or other. First of all,
Okay.
you're living in
man.
Cecil.
And I'm still friend.
Go ahead. If you don't want to tell it, don't tell it.
No, I'll tell it. I'll tell it because I don't think this person would necessarily care, because I actually respected this person so much more for their genuine reaction to what was occurring here. And I'm still friends with them on Facebook. We're actually a part of a very exclusive private group on Facebook with selected members. It's a group called People That Gump. We're all massive fans of the Tom Hanks film Forrest Gump. Yes.
I just want to say, I want to preface this with, it's not the news that was funny. It's the fact that you had to drive to like 2.5 hours each way on your day off for a mandatory meeting for this.
So, okay, if anybody hasn't heard yet, I worked at a radio station for a long time. I was in radio for almost 15 years. And anyway, the radio station we were at, this is right around the time that lots of sensitivity trainings for the LGBT community had come about. It was a very sensitive topic. Anyway, we got called down for what was called a production meeting, and productions where you produce commercials or any kind of sounds that are not music that go out on the radio. And this person happened to be in charge of production, and it was like, I don't want to say their name. So-and-so is, we're going to talk about production in the summertime, busy season's coming up. We need to get something. So everybody that is employed for this 5 radio station cluster is crammed into a hot, sweaty room with no air conditioning in the summer after, having driven 2 hours one way to come to this meeting. And we get in there, and it starts out with nothing about production, but so-and-so is, we'll say, Samantha is now going by Samuel, and everyone here is going to respect that. And you look over at Samantha, now Samuel, and just hand to the face, the deepest fucking cutting eye roll you've ever seen in your life. Samuel did not want to, was okay with everybody knowing that this was occurring, but not in such an official, you're fine with this or fuck you kind of way. And I just remember everybody at the end of the meeting was just like, we fucking came in here for that bullshit. Nobody cared. Nobody cared because nobody was having sex with Samantha or Samuel. It did not matter to us. Samuel put together some very fine commercial audio, and that's all we gave a shit about, because that's all we were there to give a shit about. And so it told me in that moment that a lot more is being made of this than should be, probably.
He's like the vibe in the room was like, man, you could have just sent out an email. You could have just told us individually when it wasn't our day off, when we were in the fucking station.
That's one of those things like HR gets involved and just gets you kind of got to read your staff. You know what I mean? Like, was everybody 60 plus? All right, probably bring them in for that meeting. That's probably something you want to talk about in person.
Hey, y'all don't play video games. Come on in, let's do this.
Yeah, but like, what are you, in your 30s at that point when you're doing this or something? You know what I mean? Like,
right at,
and most of the staff probably roughly.
We're 20s.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's an email. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, nobody smashing Samantha or Samuel Samantha. Cool. Nobody gives a fuck. Thanks for wasting our time.
But I will always respect Samuel's reaction to Samuel finding out that that's what the meeting was about at the same time as the rest of us, and being like, oh, fucking bullshit. I had to get up. I had to stay at work late for this horse shit. God, man. No, the thing about radio is people in radio are, and I mean this in the most loving way possible, people in radio are weird. And so no amount of weirdness is shocking. No amount of anything out of the ordinary about someone's personality is shocking in the entertainment industry. So yes, an email, a text message, a gentle nudge of the elbow. Hey, we're calling Samantha Samuel now. Okay, cool.
Hey, Andrew, can I see you? Can I see you in the office? Oh, God.
Yeah.
God, what is that? Like, listen, I just want to let you know that Samantha is going to be going by Samuel now. Like, so I'm still employed here? All right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
100%. 100%. You were no more friends with or less friends with Samantha Samanuel. That's what we'll call them. Samanuel. You were no more friends or not friends with after that meeting.